I wanted to say a few words today about reclaiming the self. And often our need to reclaim ourselves can be as a result of being in an unhealthy situation in our lives. And therefore, what can often happen is that in an unhealthy situation or an abusive situation, we can find ourselves compromising parts of ourselves in order to remain in a situation which may not be healthy for us, but is often a natural consequence of our desire to want to stay in that situation for whatever reason. And so it can often be the result of being in a dysfunctional relationship that we may find that we feel when we come out that we have lost parts of ourselves in the process, sometimes without even knowing that that is happening. But this isn't something that we need to criticize or judge ourselves for, because it can often be a natural consequence of us trying to survive in a situation that was very difficult for us. And it takes a lot of personal empowerment to be able to withdraw from a potentially toxic situation. And therefore, it's important for us to not judge ourselves if we have found that we've needed to compromise ourselves in order to remain in a certain situation. But the point I want to make today is an important one, I think, and one that I've had to work through in my own life. So I hope it's going to be helpful for someone out there to understand that it is possible to reclaim those parts of us back again as we work towards our own healing if we have just come out of a dysfunctional or toxic situation. But that we need to be very gentle and loving with ourselves, and to have the ability and awareness in order to accept back those parts of us that we may have needed to compromise in order to stay in a situation. And this really just involves self-acceptance and having a non-judgmental attitude towards ourselves, and welcoming back those parts of our consciousness that we may have jettisoned or we may have needed to jettison in order to stay in that situation, so that we reintegrate those aspects back within the self and we welcome them home with love and acceptance as part of our healing process, which is a very exciting and a very empowering thing to do. And as we do so, of course, we're actually loving ourselves in the process, and we're loving those aspects that we may have rejected in order to stay in that situation. But if we have removed ourselves from that situation, we no longer need to reject those aspects. We can welcome them back in with love and acceptance, and we can welcome them home within the self, and then we can show them the love that they need in order to remain integrated within us. And we can also accept them in the future, and when we go into future situations, we will be more consciously aware that we may be compromising ourselves, and therefore we can remain empowered and we can remain in a position where we are no longer going to compromise who we truly are in order to remain in any situation that we may find ourselves in. So I hope that helps, and as always, stay safe and very happy. Bye bye.